What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Cruising with Kris.
Hey Kris, you were our only friend, and I know this is belated. We love you back.
Maybe. So we're back recording again. This will probably be a separate video. We just left the movie. We saw Spider-Man 3. And it's raining like just on top of us. Nowhere else. Well, kind of everywhere else. But yeah, we caught the rain, so we're trying to get home quickly. As quickly as we can safely. So yeah, so we went and saw Spider-Man 2. It was pretty cool. I liked it. It was a good movie. Oh, great. Let's see here. Let's get over. Oh, and there's a wreck. That's just wonderful. Okay. But yeah, so we went to Texas Roadhouse after lunch, and that was pretty fun. And then, well, Texas Roadhouse after church for lunch. And then went and saw the movie, which was also fun. It was a good little movie. So we got some fun stuff planned for the bike this week. I'm excited. So I got new turn signals coming in, which I'm uber excited for because I don't like these very much, as I've said in the past. Oh, we're not gonna catch the light. But yeah, so got new turn signals coming in. The front double as daylight running lights instead of these, which are, these just double as, I guess they're still running lights. They look more like parking lights. They're just yellow. What are you honking at? But these are just yellow when you're parked. And then, so the ones coming will be white, and they'll act as running lights or secondary lights. The rear will be blinkers and tail lights. They won't act as brake lights, they'll just act as tail lights, which will be cool. Pretty excited about that. So that should be coming in, I think, Thursday. Got something to fix the highway pegs. I've tried numerous different things, all sorts of different shims and stuff. None of it worked for crap. Oh, this ground's really slick. I can feel it under my feet. This is like the worst time to ride a bike because the ground's not like full on wet, so you have like no traction whatsoever. It really sucks. It's just like the oils and the asphalt are just starting to come up mixed with the water. It makes like this slick mess.
I said people do not know how to drive.
Megan's saying people don't know how to drive, and I absolutely agree that people don't know how to drive. So I don't know if we're gonna catch this glider for the next one. You're an idiot. Another benefit of driving a motorcycle is fitting through traffic like that. It's pretty awesome. But the downside is I'm in a rush because we're getting wet. So, plus and minus, pros and cons. This is probably Megan's first experience of rain on the motorcycle. How it feels like millions of little needles out to tear you up. It's not pleasant. So yeah, I just wanted to do a follow-up. This will probably be a separate video than the first video. I recorded one on the way here, trying to finish up and give it a little update. And then this is a new video. Oh, they're doing construction there. That's cool. But yeah, this will probably be like a follow-up or something. But yeah, my back blinker has now fallen off. The screw fell out, it's just dangling. I had no intentions of driving it to Pooler today. I was just going to drive it to my wife's house. Or not my wife's house, my wife's mother-in-law's house. I still get that confused because she lived with her mother until we got married. So I still sometimes call it her house. Megan's struggling back there. I can hear. We don't have a Bluetooth in her helmet yet, so she can't hear me. She can't talk to me. It'd be cool if she could, because then we could like dual vlog and you could hear both of us. But yeah, we don't have that yet. The last time I rode in rain on this bike, it died on me. But we think that's because there was no breather, or there was no air filter in the front breather box. So, but you know, still part of me is a little nervous. Are you struggling? But yeah, my bike just seems to be falling apart today. So this is all loose. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. Tightened up a couple of screws. I realized when we got to Texas Roadhouse, my rear blinker had just fallen off. It's just dangling back there. Hopefully it doesn't, like, I don't know, end up in the street or something. I'm not going back for it in this. Yeah. So I gotta get those two things fixed. For some reason my cell phone charger's not working. That hadn't worked since we got it back running. So I don't know if we forgot to hook up something or what, but I got to fix that because it's driving me nuts. And then my rear brakes are doing some kind of funny thing where, like, I have to pull back up on them to get the brake light to go off. That should be an easy fix. So I'll be doing all that this week. So the piece to fix the highway pegs, that'll be in on tomorrow. So I'll work on that tomorrow. And then the blinkers and tail lights and running lights or whatever it is, that's scheduled to be in on, what day is that scheduled to be on? I think Thursday. I'll have to double check. Oh, we got a light, everyone. Excuse us. So yeah, pretty excited about all that. Always fun to get new toys for the bike. Man, this road is slick as all get out. I hate this freshly paved stuff when it rains like this because I don't know if it is more slick, but it feels more slick. 70 here. I don't plan on going any faster than that. You know, my mentality is it's one thing to do that, you know, drive fast when it's raining and that kind of thing when it's just you by yourself, but I got precious cargo in the back right now, so. My pants are soaked to the gill, my shoes are soaking wet. I'm betting Megan is in kind of the same boat. She keeps trying to tuck in behind me pretty hard. I'm guessing this rain's pretty hard on her. I see these little puddles like this. I'm not sure what you can see of that on the camera, but oh, I hate riding through this kind of stuff. You know, I don't like the rain. I don't mind it as much, but I don't really care for it. But what I really don't like is the wet roads. I really, really don't like the wet roads. How you holding up back there?
I'm holding.
Favorite part? Oh, my foot just slipped. Do what?
It's not even cloudy or raining.
It's because we're here. It's because we're here. Megan said it's not even cloudy here and it's raining. I said, yeah, it's because we're here. My phone's getting wet. Good thing it's waterproof. Supposedly. The bike always smells weird when it's raining. I guess the water getting on it or whatever. But it's running good. I'll take running good any day. I bet it's extra bad for Megan because I got a shield, so you know it's not in my face. Yeah, I got shades on too, but you know it's not in my face, it's not in my eyes. It's hitting my arms like crazy and my chest and everything, but it's not in my face. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, buddy. But she didn't have a shield on her helmet, so the helmet we got her was just temporary, and I wasn't expecting her to ride today, or I'd have got her another helmet. But what? She's saying the rain is landing in her eyeball. That sucks. That really sucks. I know the feels. My feet are just sliding all over the asphalt. That's not good. It's one of those times I'm really ready for her to not be on the bike. Not because I don't like her on the bike. I love her on the bike, but this stuff isn't pleasant. 1 up. It's really not pleasant. 2 up. Like I was saying earlier, you know, 1 up you take a risk, but you're the only one that has to bear that risk as far as physical pain if something goes wrong. But now we're 2 up, and so you know, if something happens, if I misjudge something or something comes about that I'm not expecting or whatever, you know, we both have to bear that. And she has no control of the situation. She just has to trust me. And that is a huge burden to bear. You know, it's different when you're in a cage. You know, all these other vehicles, I call them cagers. You know, it's different when you're in a cage because, you know, even if you get in an accident, you're seatbelted in and you've got protection, but, you know, if something was to happen to us, we're on our own. And, you know, it's a lot different when it's dry because I know how the roads operate when it's dry, but when it's wet, it's a whole other ballgame. And so it's not that I don't know how roads operate when it's wet, it's just there's variables that you can't account for. On a different note, Spider-Man Far From Home was really good. If you haven't seen it, go see it. No spoiler alerts, but it was good. I would say it was as good as the first one, but I didn't really care for the first one. I thought the first one was just okay. I felt like the second one was much better. I feel like they're trying too much to assimilate Spider-Man into the Avengers and the Marvel Universe and all that fun stuff. I think if they were to just him be his own thing, like all the other Avengers were first, then I think it would do pretty good. But you know, they brought him straight in to be an Avenger, and I don't think that's very fair for the character and the character development. You know, Captain America got to be Captain America first. Tony Stark got to be Iron Man first. Thor got to be Thor before he met anybody else. Black Panther was Black Panther before he met anybody else. And so, well, I guess Black Panther was... I think Black Panther did show up in one of the Avengers movies first, or it might have been the Captain America Infinity War, or whatever it was. But still, his movie was just about him. It wasn't a movie about tying into everything else. I don't feel like they do the same thing with Spider-Man. Just my opinion. Not that my opinion matters for anything, but I feel like they're continually trying too hard to make him something else, something bigger. And I don't think there's anything wrong with Spider-Man as he is. I think Spider-Man as a character is pretty great, pretty awesome. I was a fan of Spider-Man with the original trilogy, which I didn't care for the third one. The first two were pretty great. In my opinion, the second Spider-Man of the original trilogy is still the best Spider-Man of the three Spider-Man we've seen. It's just my opinion. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, I still feel like that was just the best Spider-Man movie we've seen. I don't care for either of the Andrew Garfield movies. And the Tom Holland Spider-Man is a good Spider-Man. The supporting characters are good supporting characters, but I just feel like the storyline lacks Spider-Man girth, if that makes sense. Even in this movie, I mean, Avengers was like every other word it felt like. I don't feel like they should be doing that to him. It's not fair for the character. Not necessarily Tom Holland, you know, I don't care anything for Tom Holland personally. But that's my 2 cents for whatever it matters. Which isn't a whole lot. Can he keep it up? Go. Just have to put one foot down. Oh, this is a mess. Okay. Oh, that sucks. Huh?
I said you're drenched.
Do what?
I said you're drenched.
I'm drenched. I thought she was calling me Grinch. She was saying you're drenched. But, you know, through the muffled helmets, it sounded like she was saying you're Grinch. It's like, that's not very nice. It's not even Christmas yet. If traffic could brake, I could technically run this light. There's a law in Georgia called the dead red law, that if your vehicle does not trip the traffic sensor, then you're able to go through the light, assuming 2 things. The first is that a car is not visible within 500 feet, which is subjective in that matter, because who knows how far 500 feet is. The second one is that you've waited a reasonable amount of time, and they don't put a second time, like you've got to wait 120 seconds, they just say a reasonable amount of time, which is also subjective. And then there's a subnote that says, if you get in an accident, then it shows that you were not abiding by the first 2 rules and you're at fault. Oh, it's raining real hard. But it's raining really hard. It may not, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's now slacked off to that, like needle rain. But now it's slacking off pretty good. At her mama's house though, it's raining pretty hard. I just felt the bike slide a little bit. That's not good. My breath is totally fogging up my sunglasses and the shield. It's not good. Oh, I'm wet to the bone. It's always kind of interesting when this happens though, because it's like you go from like baking in the sun, which Yeah, we left when it was raining, so I guess never really went through that. But, you know, on the way there, I was like, it's so hot. Oh, I just lost my footing. It's not good. But baking in the sun, sweating like a fool, hot as I'll get out. And then now it's like, I'm really cold. Like, not just kind of cold, I'm really cold. My socks are squishing in my shoes. Wishing I'd have wore my waterproof boots. Yeah. Come on, light. Okay, like a very reasonable amount of time. No cars coming. I'm going. Oh, it feels so good. Not really. Totally doesn't feel good. Totally does not feel good. And see, all these roads are freshly paved too, so they make me extra nervous because, you know, they just got all that old put on and everything. I'll tell you another weird side effect of riding in the rain. So when you ride in the rain, you know, your feet are next to the pipes, and usually that's not a big deal. Usually your feet are far enough away you don't really feel it. But when you're riding in the rain, I'm not exactly sure the process here, but somehow when you ride in the rain, the water turns to like steam or some crap and burns like crazy when it comes off that pipe. It is so hot when it comes off the pipe. And there's not a whole lot you can do, especially when you got to use your brake. Yeah, you can just see all of the stuff coming out of the road. That's not good. Oh, gotta get the face mask down. Woo, that hurt. I hadn't any problems with this face mask fogging before. I'm wondering if it's my sunglasses, because the mask is supposed to be anti-fog. As much as I hate riding this crap, the bike's doing really good in it. I've only felt it slip and slide a time or two, and even then it was controllable. As controllable as it can be. I mean, it hadn't wanted to die out on me or anything. It's just doing pretty good. So, oh, why am I being caught by every red light? Yeah, I don't really have anything to talk about now. I'm just kind of recording. So yeah, I got a couple ideas for future videos. A couple of them I don't want to talk about yet because I don't want to spoil the secret. Surprise. Two of the ideas may not be very appealing to all audiences, but hey, why not? I'm not opposed to doing some stuff that may only attract a few people, but I don't know. Maybe everybody will find some interest in it. Maybe they're both stupid and will fail. I don't know. We're gonna try it though. And then I do have some like subjects and talks for the vlogs and stuff planned out. I didn't want to get into any of that on the ride here. For one, I don't have all my thoughts organized and everything. And for another, I don't really feel like talking about butts right now. I'm getting wet. It's not even bath day. Like, what in the world? It's totally a joke. I totally bathe every day. Sometimes twice a day. Disclaimer. I'm glad I'm not riding over there. They're repaving all that over there. They got all the concrete ground up, or the asphalt ground up. That crap sucks riding in it as it is. Could not imagine riding in it in the rain. That would really suck. Oh, this turn up here is going to be brutal too. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm not sure if I'm going to use any of this footage or not, but hey, if I do, peace, love, and axle grease.